Welcome to the 18th Annual HRC Cleveland Gala Dinner and Auction.
Tonight is a night of who's who. Everyone's here. Fabulous night. And we have the wonderful Nickie Antonio here supporting HRC.
Yes. Hi. How are you? Hey, we color coordinated. Look at us.
Gorgeous, darling.
So cool. Yeah.
So what's new with Nickie Antonio?
Well, let's see, what's new with me? I've been working really hard. I had a coffee in my district this morning with some folks out on Clifton at this wonderful coffee shop, Mocha, which is a new little place, and we talked about all the issues. I'm working on the equal housing and employment legislation to bring it back in September. That was introduced a couple years ago. And let's see, I went on vacation for a week, but in the middle of my vacation, I introduced a bill. So, because I can't ever stop. Oh, and you know what else I did this summer on my summer vacation? I went to the Kennedy School of Government for 3 weeks. It was fabulous. It was like food for my brain. And so it was a wonderful, wonderful program at Harvard. So now I can say I went to Harvard. And it was fabulous. So I'm excited about getting back. Well, I never stopped, I guess. Just
I don't think you have.
Yeah, but it's great being here, isn't it? Everybody's all dressed up and we're behaving ourselves.
Oh,
sort of.
always. A great crowd, and of course here to support HRC.
HRC, absolutely, and they've been so wonderful in terms of just working for our rights and the rights of all LGBT people, and so I'm happy to be here supporting them and seeing all of you. This is great, so thanks.
So now what can we expect from the future from Nickie Antonio?
I don't know, but I am ready to see what the universe has to throw at me next. I'm ready. I don't know.
And you're going to take it on. I know you.
That's right. You bet it.
All right, Stevie Reese Desmond for Hotspots with the fabulous, the wonderful Nickie Antonio.
Thank you.
We have a great friend here tonight who many of us know and we're privileged to know. And he happens to be the lovely husband of a famous plain dealer columnist. She's all here with us tonight. Sherrod Brown is the son of a town doctor and teacher. He grew up in Mansfield, where he was raised to be a fierce advocate for the equality of everybody, including gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people. He was first elected to Congress in 1992 and has been a strong supporter and a longtime ally of ours ever since that time. Indeed, he was one of the only people, the only people back in 1996 to vote against the Defense of Marriage Act. And he did so not just by voting, but by making a speech in the House floor. He has fought for us on the floor of the Senate since he went for the Senate in 2006, by helping defeat the heinous federal marriage amendment, by helping end the horrendous don't ask, don't tell policy, for helping us pass a hate crimes bill, and for being there with us all the time, every day. You know, it's not every day that you have a U.S. Senator show up at a local federal club event, and Sherrod's been doing that since 1992. And that's amazing. That doesn't happen. Senator Brown also is the first U.S. Senator to deliver an It Gets Better message from the Senate floor, following a wave of the highly publicized suicides of young people across this country. And he's been a long-time public servant. Before he joined the United States Senate, he served in the U.S. Congress for the 13th District, now ably represented by Congresswoman Betty Sutton. He was Ohio's Secretary of State, and as a member of the Ohio General Assembly, I think one of the youngest members actually ever elected. He did great things for us there. He's also been a teacher, and he's an Eagle Scout, and he's very proud of that actually, and a huge Indians fan, and I know that for a fact because I know his personal email address, and it's I'll just say this: the word Yankees is in it, and it's not in a very positive light. As I said earlier, we're also proud to have with us tonight Pulitzer Prize winning columnist Connie Schultz from the Plain Dealer. So let's give it a And she and Sherrod reside in Avon and have 3 daughters, a son, and a grandson. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the senior senator from the state of Ohio, Sherrod Brown.
It's always it's not just a pleasure and a privilege, it's a thrill always to come to an HRC dinner, especially in Cleveland, because you know how to do it right. This has been an organization that has made such a difference in so many people's lives for so many years, and Connie and I are so grateful for that. One of the things I like about coming to an HRC dinner is people. I mean, it's always fun to come, but people come up to me. And a lot of people don't even bother saying hi. They just say, "Is Connie here? Is Connie here?" And it's, I know people like me at HRC, but they really love Connie, and so do I. And Connie, stand up, even though Tim already stole my lines about you. You may remember one of Connie's Pulitzer-winning columns from 4 or 5 years ago, 7 years ago by now. One of her Pulitzer-winning columns was around the time she and I got married, and she wrote a very funny column calling up gay friends of ours, men and women, and asked them why were they trying to undermine our marriage. And she did it in such a funny way, just to make light of what a stupid thing that is to say, that marriage equality would undermine any heterosexuals' marriages in any way. We do well enough on our own that way, thank you very much. Far too many cases in our country, but thank you. And Tim Downey, there's nobody like him. I mean, you can see what Tim's leadership's all about. He's absolutely a Clevelander. He works in Cleveland, he works for Cleveland. He's involved in everything from HRC to the gay games to so many other things. Yet he now has been recognized as one of the top people with HRC in Washington, and that tells you a lot about the quality of his leadership and his commitment and his passion for justice. So Tim, thank you very much. Connie and I tonight have the pleasure of sitting with Chrissy Hine and also sitting with Joe Salmonese. And Joe has not been at HRC that many years. And you look at his accomplishments there already. You look at hate crimes. You look at repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. You know we have much more work to do to overturn the Defense of Marriage Act. We have much more to do for marriage equality and equality generally in our country. But what Joe has done and what all of you have done as activists, as people who care about human rights and justice, is hard to measure. And that's why I'm so grateful for the terrific work that Joe Salmonese has done for human rights, but really for our country. And that's what makes me proud to call him a friend. Connie and I were talking about this a moment ago before I came backstage. What really struck me tonight at this dinner, more than any dinner I've been to, any HRC dinner I've been to in Cleveland or Columbus or Cincinnati or Washington or anywhere else, is the number of young people here tonight, the number of young straight and gay people tonight who are supporting human rights. They're everybody from a bunch of They're a group of people that Connie talked to from the AIDS Task Force. They're a group of people who are part of the Gay Straight Alliance in Mid Park High School and in Marshall and other schools in Greater Cleveland. But terrific, I remember seeing, maybe at an HRC dinner a dozen years ago, a group of the Gay Straight Alliance from either North Olmsted or Olmsted Falls, I can't remember, and what that meant to so many of you who are my age and older and remember what high school was like, and you see the Gay Straight Alliance among what young people are doing now in support of marriage equality, in support of gay rights, in support of each other, in the whole concept of we know it will get better, and imparting that to our young people. The young people I met from Tim's law firm today, young women committed to change in social justice and gay rights and other things in economic and social justice. And that's what makes me optimistic. I mean, we have a Congress today, a House of Representatives, that clearly won't repeal the Defense of Marriage Act today. But we also know that as more and more young people like the Omer Byrne lawyers, people like the young men and women I met from Mid-Park, people like the people at the AIDS Task, the young people at the AIDS Task Force, as more and more of them vote, as more and more of them get involved, as more and more of them get elected to office, it's going to be, as my wife likes to write, the death rattle, the dying dragon, that this opposition to human rights is going to go away. It's going away much, much more quickly because of your activism. That's why I'm proud of the support that you have given me in my 2006 election, and you've given me over the years, the work we've been able to do together, advancing the hate crimes legislation, repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and moving towards marriage equality, the work that Connie's done in her writing in support of human rights, and all of that is possible because we know, as I have your back, you have my back. When I stand up and speak out on issues, I know that we're on the right side of history. I know that we're on the right side of justice. That means everything to me, and I'm so thankful to you.